I get a roll call?
President Sterling,
Here.
Vice President Thompson,
Here.
Board Member McKnight,
Present.
Board Member McKinney,
Here.
Board Member Carlson,
Here.
Board Member Johnson,
Here.
Secretary Meeks, here.
Pam Cook, Recording Secretary.
Troy Yarborough, Superintendent.
Shelley Wagner, Human Resources.
Michelle, Curriculum and Instruction.
Jason Bloom, Communications and Community Relations.
Josh Ryan, Business Operations.
Ready.
So it is my pleasure this evening to recognize some of our students here from Windsor Elementary School. They're going to help us with the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. We also have Ms. Kaczynski, our Windsor Elementary School principal. So she's going to talk a little bit about why these students were selected. Oh, big crew tonight. Good. A lot of that, so I missed the memo on that. But all right, Ms. Kaczynski.
All right. These are our fabulous 1st through 5th grade students who were selected by their teacher because they have shown respect, responsibility, and ready-to-learn behavior since the beginning of the school year, and we're very proud of them. I'd like them to introduce themselves, and they'll tell you which grade they're in. Go ahead. What's your name?
I am Wyatt and I'm in 1st grade. I'm Goodman and I'm in 1st grade. I'm Archer and I'm in 1st grade. I'm Elliot and I'm in 1st grade. I'm Nolan and I'm in 1st grade. You're in 2nd grade.
Good job.
I'm Annabelle and I'm in 2nd grade. My name's Carson, I'm in 3rd grade. I'm Gavin and I'm in 3rd grade. I'm Addison and I'm in 3rd grade. I'm Sophia Morgan and I'm in 3rd grade. I'm Jack Stewart and I'm in 4th grade. I'm Scarlett and I'm in 4th grade. I am Athena and I'm in 4th grade. I'm Avery and I'm in 5th grade. I am Sawyer and I'm in 5th grade. I'm Natalia and I'm in 5th grade.
Okay, everybody to stand.
Face the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board members are coming around. Students, we're going to squish in a little bit.
That might have been the loudest client. People in here and students. You got a louder one?
It's close. It's close.
All right, here we go. Looking at me. 1, 2, 3.
Got everybody?
Thank you all for being so
Great job. Yeah.
Red Ribbon Week.
You want to go that way?
I'm
This way,
supposed
we
to
can make
introduce
your...
you. She's Karan's
Be like a Catholic mass. Stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down.
Everyone's running the right. You didn't do two together. Forgot.
Must have messed up my notes.
I was going to put that up.
Never bad. You could excuse to wear Blackhawks jersey. Yeah.
There's a very few.
Brothers definitely both have it.
Yeah.
This summer for Mike, this is both.
Yeah, I think that
All right, everybody.
might
Can I
have.
get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Vice President Thompson,
Aye.
Board Member McKnight.
Aye.
Board Member McKinney.
Aye.
Board Member Carlson.
Yes.
Board Member Johnson.
Aye.
Secretary Meeks. Aye. President Sterling.
Aye. This time, Dr. Troy Yarborough.
All right, thank you, President Sterling. The mission of the Harlan Consolidated School District as a vital part of the community is to help diverse learners realize their limited potential by providing an educational program dedicated to academic excellence and the development of strong character in a safe and respectful learning environment. And I do want to say thank you to the Windsor students for doing the pledge. That was outstanding. So, and they were wearing red for Red Ribbon Week.
Look at that.
Like,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Can I get a motion to approve board meeting minutes, October 14, 2025?
Second. Board Member McKnight.
Aye.
Board Member McKinney.
Aye.
Board Member Carlson.
Yes.
Board Member Johnson.
Aye.
Secretary Meeks. Aye. President Sterling.
Aye.
Vice President Thompson.
Aye.
This time, turn over to Jason Booth.
Well, good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure this evening. I've got a few different recognitions, and so I'm excited this evening to start off with one that I get to look forward to each and every year. I'm going to introduce a student of ours. This is Marshall Hamilton. Marshall, can you say what grade you're in?
I'm in 4th grade.
4th grade, okay? This is Mrs. Hyde, one of our art teachers, and so I want to make sure, why don't you tell them what grade you're in last year?
Last year I was in 3rd grade.
In 3rd grade. And so this is important because I'm about to unveil his artwork, which has been selected to be in our gallery here at the Harlan Administration Center. As you know, each and every year, our art teachers select one piece of artwork from our elementary students to be displayed here in our art gallery. And then when they graduate from high school, they're more than welcome to come take this piece of artwork home as a memory of their time here at Harlan. And so with that, because again, okay, this kid was in 3rd grade last year, I'm going to show you this piece of art. Wow. So I'm definitely going to let Mrs. Hyde talk about this piece of art and why it was selected and the project that we're working on. But I think this is pretty, I mean, we've got some great things out there, but this is pretty incredible. And for a 3rd grade student to be able to put this together is awesome. And so for those of you in the audience or for our board and administrators, this one has started down our next section of art, just outside the door to the right. So you'll see that in the hallway each and every time you come into our board meeting. So I'm going to turn over to Ms. Hyde, let her talk a little bit about the piece of art and the task that Marshall had last year to put this together. So.
Well, this amazing work of art really stood out among a lot of other artists, right? And it was chosen to go to the Rockford Art Museum, and even the Rockford Art Museum chose it to be part of their publication for the event.
Oh, wow.
So not only are we, so when it came back, we get together, we select the pieces, and that one really stood out, and that was pretty much unanimous which one we were going to choose this year for the display. But it's quite technical because there's many, many different layers and stages to this project, because first we had to do some printing techniques and scraping to get the birch trees, right? And we had to pull some paint to get the feathers looking at the paint with a squeegee. And then we had to break apart bird into different pieces and put it back together and build a bird and then assemble everything together again as a big collage. And then add some mysterious details in the background.
That was cool. I love the depth. That's our great.
Oh, yeah.
Like the details.
Great color. Stars.
Amazing job.
Amazing job. You're very talented.
Very
So Marshall, can you talk a little bit about this project? Do you want to say anything about it? I mean, I can see that smile. You're proud of your artwork, and you should be. This is pretty incredible display of your talent, and we look forward to maybe seeing some of the things that you can do as you get a little bit older. And I'm sure there's a few classes that we offer that might be right up your alley. So congratulations again. The only one selected, right? That's a big deal. So. On behalf of the Board of Education and our admin team, congratulations and well done. Your talents are pretty impressive. So We're gonna do a photo real quick for the board, so if you want to keep holding that, I'm gonna have you turn around and face me. Oh, it's not getting too heavy, right?
She said, right?
I'll have the photo come, and then,
You said Marquette, right?
No, this is Machesney.
Machesney.
which has it, yeah.
We made third grade. We made, yeah, we're still there.
Let's see, just to make sure you have your space. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, absolutely. 1, 2, 3.
She said third grade.
I think we might have this order figured out.
Yeah, we're starting to.
I mean, it only took 2.5 years.
Watch out, if I grow a little bit, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm shrinking.
Thank you.
So it is, well, it looks like we're pulling it up right there too. Excited to, as you can read their shirts, which will be going this way, and I will line up kind of, everybody go across that way. Wait a second, so hands in here, go facing us that way. Single file, yep. Yeah, we didn't rehearse this at all. Yeah, you're good. Just make sure we're Well, it's my pleasure this evening to recognize, actually some familiar faces, but this is our regional champion Harlem High School flag football team. See the success and the dominance in such a short amount of time. You know, starting this a few years ago. I don't know that we shared this with the team, but not too long ago we actually had our middle school, or some of our middle school athletes join us for a meeting, and obviously their numbers and that team has been inspired by you all and the work that you've done over these past few years for some of you, our coaching staff, and so we're excited to see what's becoming of this sport in IHSA, but obviously here at Harlem. It's cool to see already at an early age some of our middle school students getting on board, being inspired by you because you make an impact. You're somebody that they look up to and want to follow in the footsteps. And so we're excited to have you here tonight. I'm going to turn over to Coach Dotson. We're going to do some introductions, but we also tonight we're going to ask a few of our seniors to talk a little bit about the impact of this. And we've shared this with the board a little bit about when we create opportunities like this and we find opportunities for kids to get connected in different things, whether it's athletics, arts, whatever it may be, there's an impact to that and it makes a big difference in their lives. And so we're going to hear from a few kids as well about the impact of this sport and the growth of this sport. So I'm turning to the coach to let you do some introductions and whatever you want to say.
All right. So first, I got to thank my coaching staff, Lamar Johnson, Shauna Sterling, and Mike Brown. Without them, we don't have the success that we had. And then I want to thank the board because 3 years ago, you guys gave us the opportunity. I know when we talked about it, it got brought up like, oh, you know, how do we know that you're not going to pull from other sports for girls? Every girl that was on our 42-girl roster was not involved in a fall sport. Okay, so that also really speaks to how much this opportunity creates for these girls because a lot of these girls didn't have a sport to do in the fall. They were just kind of like, no, there's nothing for me to do. So thank you again because you gave them the opportunity to do this. Some highlights about our year, yes, regional champions. That was a fun run. Beat a really good Crystal Lake, Cary Grove team in the sectional semifinal. I know a lot of you were there for that, and we appreciate that. Lost to Antioch to go to state, but man, it was one heck of a run. We ended the season on an 11-game win streak before Antioch, and some highlights from the year. We had 6 girls voted all conference, the most out of any other team in the conference.
Guys,
Oh, yeah, because we forgot to tell you.
We haven't told them.
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know. They don't know who they are.
Councilman Dutel.
No, not yet.
We have the conference MVP as voted on by the other coaches in the conference. She doesn't know yet either. We have 3 girls that will be competing this weekend in the
First ever Senior Bowl.
first ever Senior Bowl at Aurora University.
Oh, wow.
Those girls know. Hari Young, Ava Fitzsimmons, and Miley Jenkins will be representing Harlem. I'm fortunate enough too to go down there with them. I will also be helping out, coaching one of the teams down there. So we got 4 people repping Harlem down there. And the other cool thing is we have 3 girls being considered for All-State. So this Hari Younger here has our regional championship plaque that we'd like to present to you guys to forever go up in the halls of Harlem. And then our quarterback, Gigi Nowling, has the ball that we used to beat Lakes in our regional championship game. It's signed by every girl that was on the roster for that game. So keep those, the halls of Harlem for history.
Yeah.
Future flag football girls to see and go. We want our own. This sport is growing exponentially. The love for this sport is growing. It's catching like wildfire in Harlem, both the high school, the middle school, and I'm genuinely excited to see where it goes. But I know I've got a couple of seniors who want to kind of speak on this opportunity because a few of these girls were here when we first started it. So, Gigi, you still good? Yeah. All right.
Really, everything that I have to say hasn't already been said. It's been just a great opportunity that we got 3 years ago, and everybody took a chance on us, and I'm glad that we were able to return something especially before graduating. Yeah, I don't really have anything else but to say just thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Like she said, thank you to everyone. We appreciate all the fans, all the support from everyone, our coaches, my teammates. I think to a lot of us, this was more than a sport this year. It was a family that we came to win for every day at practice, every day, every game. And I'm just grateful I was part of it.
Awesome.
Okay, so 3 years ago, I decided to join flag because I didn't want to run cross country. I was kind of bad at it, but I kept training for it, and I'm just proud of how far we came. And I love my teammates. I'm sad I have to leave them.
So, going forward, just keep supporting us. One thing we kind of kept track of was how many people we had in the stands for every game. And I think the coolest thing is no matter where we went, we packed the stands. Even in our sectional games, we packed the stands.
When we went to Guilford, it was their game as well. And they had 42 people for their home game. We had 82 for our away game. So I marked flagpoles and stuff on a sheet, but I would also be counting every single person, no matter where we were. They think I'm crazy, and they would help me, but I think it's a big deal because at one of our final games, we had over 100 people.
And that was our farthest game away too. That was over at McHenry, and we had over 100 fans for a game where like Cary Grove and Antioch, it's a 20-minute drive for them, and it was over an hour drive for us, and we came out big. So.
Awesome. And we're obviously incredibly proud of you all, but before we clap again and do a picture and all that stuff, I gotta hear the names and grades of each of you that have not spoken yet so that we can put some names to the faces here. So.
I'm Caitlin Blake, I'm a junior. Miley Jenkins, I'm a senior. Tiara Nowling, I'm a senior as well.
Ari Young, and I'm a senior.
Mel Ellis, and I'm a senior.
Taylor Washington, I'm a sophomore. Liliana Bertita, and I'm a sophomore.
Amy Marathi, I'm a junior.
Leah Cheyenne, and I'm a junior. Olivia Houck, I'm a junior. I'm Zaylee Casey, I'm a junior. I'm Kaden Staley, I'm a junior.
I'm Ava Fitzsimmons, and I'm a senior.
Well, on behalf of the Harlan Board of Education, we are incredibly proud of you all, proud of the dedication and the hard work that goes into playing this sport, but then obviously for achieving the level that you did. And we also wish the best to our seniors and your next endeavors, and who comes after Harlan. And so, again, congratulations to all of you. Nice job. You guys want to come together? Somebody have to stand aside because you're taller than board members. So.
And they get in front. Is there a flag in college?
The first row and second row. Take a knee on this. Yeah, if you want to take a knee, first take a knee on this.
All right, there. Don't stand tall. There you go.
All right, here we go. Well, not on. All right, 1, 2, 3. I know there's two people behind us, so move out of
Yeah, I'm gonna be super extra. I got Ellie's in there too, in the team photo. I'm sure her of the team.
Here we go.
So when did I find out?
Sunday the 8th, well, they'll find out. Oh, 9. Oh,
You know,
that banquet?
Yeah.
okay.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I did. Thank you all for coming.
How many seniors? Nate, how many seniors you have?
10.
So you got 32 returning?
32 returning, and we had one of the biggest teams in the middle school league.
Wow. A couple of those seniors are also, looking at schools. They have some schools offering them some scholarships to play for college.
Nice. Wow. Nice.
You're on it. That's awesome.
And those 8th graders are hungry. Thanks, guys.
They see hardware like that. They want some of that.
So, definitely stealing the show here. Tonight we're excited to really just to say thank you. We got a gentleman, Kevin Westbrook here from Huskies of the Valley that over the past 3 years has been supporting Harlem High School with our Huskies. And so if you've been to a sporting event or the tailgating event during homecoming, you've probably seen this gentleman and you've seen either Storm or one of the other Huskies. And so we really, and I've got Dr. Boyce here to talk a little bit about this, but this is an opportunity for us to just say thank you, because and while it seems like maybe a little thing sometimes, these things make a big difference when you talk about school spirit and everything that goes on when you look at sporting events, football games, etc. The excitement around the Huskies is pretty awesome. And so I'll let Jeremy say a few things. But like I said, we're so thankful for your partnership and your willingness to volunteer for us.
Yeah, I think Dr. Bloom said it really well, but I think it's important that we know Ken's just super kind, you know, just volunteers hours and hours of his time. You can see, I could describe what happens at games with. You kind of just saw it with our little one there. Like he's just, you know, what started as an idea to just kind of have something that looks cool because we're the Huskies, to have actual Huskies. It's kind of turned into something really cool for the community. They run up and down the track all the time, and there's there for all kinds of, you know, kids can pet them and play with them and walk with them and run with them, and Ken's donated just a lot of hours out of the kindness of his heart just to bring him out, which I just thought was so kind. So I wanted to recognize him at a board meeting and bring him in front of you all and say thank you.
Say thank you.
This is Storm.
This is Storm, yeah. But it's an honor to us to let, you know, for you guys to let us be part of the program.
And that's, like Jeremy said, it's a lot of time, and again, it just adds to the environment, and we know the kids and the fans love it, and so I'm incredibly grateful. So on behalf of the board, thank you for your time, your energy. We're so appreciative of that. So if you don't mind, we're making a quick photo. So board, I'm coming up for your photo. So.
It's a win-win, though. I'm going to go guys get a ton of socialization.
Can you go back to your hand a little bit?
I'm not looking at petting.
There you go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Anytime, thank you.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes, it's fun.
You're good.
Right here?
Yeah.
What's your pass? Storm's right here. All right, checks out.
All right, so I have one more. Well, then I've got a few others to read, but I'm always thrown out. So I was going to watch to see how that all played out. I'm going to have this group of staff members come up to talk a little bit about some of the things that they've been doing. We're really proud of, our staff obviously serve in a lot of ways. They spend their life dedicated to the students of our school district, but so many of them go above and beyond and find ways to serve within the community, serve in organizations, get involved and volunteer and things. And so we don't often get a chance to always recognize all the things that our staff are doing above and beyond. But this is a chance tonight to talk a little bit about a group of staff that have kind of taken something on and it seems like it's kind of spiraling into the next thing. And so we didn't really designate who's going to talk, but I'll let you.
Do you
want to start?
It's all good. Yeah. Start your phone and read what you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We want to read what you wrote?
there, you want to read what I got to put these on.
Chat GPT.
She wrote it.
I got it.
was written.
Yeah.
Last month, a few of us registered for the Superhero Center 5K. We decided to keep the giving and walking going. Yes, we walk it. We registered for the Knicks Home Run, which is a 7K run and a 1.5-mile walk. Nicholas Ritchell Foundation, you can Google that later, helps teens who missed the age requirement for Make-A-Wish. They help them still get a wish. Yes, most runs and walks are 5K. This foundation does a 7K to represent the 7 rounds of chemo that cancer patients receive. Kelly, Nick's mom, has been on CNN, Heroes, and on the Kelly Clarkson Show to promote Nick's wish. We've put together a team, Harlem 122, thank you Tracy, to try to get others to join in on the Walking to Give initiative. Next month, on November 8th, we are walking for Veterans 5K presented by Eldridge Roofing. Come run or walk with us.
So,
The more the merrier.
do you want to introduce yourself and what role you're in the district?
I'm Jackie Daniel. I teach special ed at the high school, and so we formed our team just because we wanted to do it and have fun. And then at the end, when we were standing there, they were like, and the corporate award goes to Harlem 122. And we were like, what? There was 5 of us, but we still won. And so we have this awesome trophy that has been etched with us on it. We kicked out a dental team. And I contacted LaWanda Cooper, and she said she has found a place for us, and it's going to go over there
At the high school.
at the high school. And then we all made posts on Facebook about it, and we had lots of people volunteer that they want to do it with us next year.
All right.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're going to keep this going.
All right.
Okay, after Patty Mills, I am a para at the high school.
Yep.
Christy Saunders, ESL at the high school. Tracy Thompson, special education teacher at the high school.
So obviously, like, great causes, great for health. I'm sure you get a wellness point for something like that. But we obviously appreciate not only like the commitment to organizations such as Superhero Center or the Nicholas Mutual Foundation, but just the representation as well. When you go out and you do these things and you show you're doing this for yourselves, for these organizations, but also on behalf of us, and so we're proud to see the impact that you're making in the community. On a side note, because this board knows that every time I introduce somebody, I always try to connect it back to me. My daughter got a chance to do some fundraising for the Nick's Wish program last year in her leadership class, and I got a chance to learn a little bit about that organization and the gap that they're filling, which is really pretty special. So if you haven't checked out that organization, do it, because they really are hitting a specific area that has been neglected in the past, and so a great organization. But on behalf of the board, thank you all for your commitment to these organizations, for representing us well, and we look forward to that trophy's thing with their name on it. So, maybe being one of the 5 people on our corporate team.
Yes.
Are there any repeat winners on there?
Yeah, that dentist office.
All right, we're coming for them.
Yeah,
A15 Dental Studio.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
there
we're
for
coming
3
for
years,
you.
so.
We plan on filling up this whole thing.
Yeah, I think
You should probably win that.
Yeah.
So, but again, thank you all for your commitment. So.
You guys are awesome.
All right, this is last one.
Because it's the Knicks.
That's right.
He was a baseball player.
Yes, that's right.
Sorry. I
So,
know you said. And on the softball, it does say love 1, cancer 0. So I'd like to send Kelly a video of all of us saying that after we take our photos.
Yeah.
So somebody video it.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And then, why don't I'll just get the video real quick. All right.
Ready?
Love 1, cancer 0.
We didn't even have to rehearse
We plan on doing it.
I know.
Are you going to walk in the morning?
Stay down.
Yeah, I go out.
Yeah, I'll do walking in the morning.
I see you.
Miles every morning.
You guys started the dynasty at the.
Yeah.
5:30.
Sorry.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
So I do have just a couple other announcements to hit on. These were shared by board members for me to share with the community, with the rest of you as well. And so I just wanted to highlight a few things that were shared with me by Diana. If you were not aware, you were one of the very few that missed out on our annual Touch a Truck event that happened on Saturday. I was here at work and I could see the amount of people lined up on the frontage road. Had over 4,000 people attend the event. I want to give a special, obviously, shout out to the village who gets this thing going, but I want to give a shout out to Beverly, who's one of our bus drivers. She does this every year. You recognize her. She does Shop with a Cop for us with our Fill the Bus. She does an awesome job with that. She's highly requested by Mayor Johnson. And so she was there with our bus and then all of the other equipment and stuff like that. And so a big hit and a great turnout Just a reminder that this Friday is Halloween, and trick-or-treating hours in Lowe's Park and McChesney Park are 5:30 to 7:30. We will have a post on our social media about that as well. Make sure your residents that are listening be extra cautious during that time. In addition to that, Friday night is our first playoff football game, and so we just posted on social media, thanks to Mary and Jeremy. We're actually, because there's a lot of conflict there with that game being on Friday, going to have trick-or-treating at 5:15 in the parking lot. So
Great idea.
If you're a family member of a little kid, you really want to go to the game, you can make it happen, because I saw some comments, they're like, oh no, it's the same time as trick-or-treating. So we will have it here. So thanks to the high school for being accommodating of our younger residents that want to attend the game. So, and then I have one other comment. I know that many of you were invited and had the chance to go celebrate with Hennig, which is just up north here. But Rebecca wanted me to share kind of a personal thank you to the Hennig Corporation for the invitation to the recent 75th anniversary. It was wonderful to hear the CEO, Dietmar Goldner, speak of his family and their faith in God that led to the accomplishments of Hennig around the world, and especially in McChesney Park. Keep up the good work, Hennig. I know that some of our admin team and some of the board members were there. Obviously an organization that is just growing immensely, and I look forward to seeing some of the partnerships too, and how we can get our kids some of these experiences to connect with Hennig. And so thank you for the invite and including us. It seems like they're an organization that really wants to support our community and be a part of our community, and so we're thankful for Hennig with that. So those are just two other announcements I had, and so that ends my report. Almost as long as Josh usually is.
Thank you, sir. Have we had any comments from the community turned in?
No.
All right. With no comments from the community, I will turn it over to Josh for
This is the most people you've had in a long time, just saying.
Yeah.
Not 5%.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, the total payables this period were $518,649.13. There were void checks of $126,386.75. There was one payroll this period in the amount of $3,862,003.32. For total expenditures of $4,380,652.45. Split out by fund, the education fund paid $3,861,136.30. The operations and maintenance fund paid $155,950.83. The transportation fund paid $203,062.22. The IMRF Social Security Fund paid $136,660.11. The Capital Projects Fund paid $18,592.99. And the Life Safety Fund paid $5,250. Again, for total expenditures of $4,380,652.45. Are there any unanswered bill questions? That is it for bills.
Motion to approve the bills.
Motion.
Second.
Board Member McKnight.
Aye.
Board Member McKinney.
Aye.
Board Member Carlson.
Yes.
Board Member Johnson.
Aye.
Secretary Meeks. Aye. President Sterling.
Aye.
Vice President Thompson.
Aye.
Moving on to administrative reports. Dr. Schiller.
Thank you. I have one item this evening. I'd like to thank Coaches Pruitt and Henderson. This travel is for January 29th through the 31st. We hope that our dance team qualifies for state. We try to bring things ahead of time, so in the event they do, we're all ready to go, and they are on top of things, and it's appreciated. So if they qualify for state, it takes place in Bloomington. I'll have sectionals before that, but that ends my report.
Thank you. Dr.
Josh, I'll take it. I have one item this evening. It's a recommendation to approve a facility request with the Boy Scouts of America for a Pinewood Derby at the middle school in April.
All right.
Awesome.
Yes.
I still got
That is my
Is
report.
that the first time we've done Pioneer here? That's cool.
That is my report this evening.
All right, thank you. Dr. Sullivan.
Good evening. I have a recommendation to approve the personnel agenda and addendum this evening that should have been in front of you. We have 11 employments. 9 total resignations, 1 transfer, and 1 leave of absence. That's it for me.
Dr. Turner?
Thank you, President Sterling. I have no FOIA requests to read. So
Oh, that's a first.
That is it for me.
Okay. Get a motion to approve the personal agenda with addendum.
Motion.
Second.
Board Member McKinney?
Aye.
Board Member Carlson?
Yes.
Board Member Johnson?
Aye.
Secretary Meeks? Aye. President Sterling?
Aye.
Vice President Thompson?
Aye.
Board Member McKnight?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve student travel requests?
Motion.
Second?
Board Member Carlson?
Yes.
Board Member Johnson?
Aye.
Secretary Meeks? Aye. President Sterling?
Aye.
Vice President Thompson?
Aye.
Board Member McKnight?
Aye.
Board Member McKinney?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve facility requests?
Motion.
Second?
Board Member Johnson?
Aye.
Secretary Meeks? Aye. President Sterling?
Aye.
Vice President Thompson?
Aye.
Board Member McKnight?
Aye.
Board Member McKinney?
Aye.
Board Member Carlson?
Yes.
All right, moving on to announcements and discussion. Before I move forward, is there anything that you guys would like to discuss before this hand?
Nope.
The next committee of the whole will be November 12th, 2025. The next board meeting will be November 17th here. And we'll just discuss the consensus for the ISB General Assembly.
Yeah.
Thank you for representing us.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. Let's go through this real quick, because I think you all probably had time to read it.
Yep.
I think it's pretty straightforward. Do we vote, since I'm new to this, do we just get a consensus vote on each one of these? Okay. All right, we'll start out with Article 1, which is membership. That includes Section 1, class of the membership, Section 2, active member, Section 3, affiliate member, Section 4, associate member, Section 5, honorary member, Section 6, service associate member. And it lists, the page is talking about these things, but the Board of Directors recommends that they do adopt. Do we have any consensus on that? Is everybody good with what they recommended? Is there a consensus vote?
Yeah, that's all it takes.
Okay, that's all it takes. Okay, then number 2, item 2, we have the Article number 3, which is Delegate Assembly and Annual Conference. Basically, this is just saying they'll meet once a year. And so is there a consensus on that one? They recommend it?
Yes.
Okay. Number 3, we have Article 4, which is elections. And that's pretty straightforward too, stating how the elections and nominations go. Is there consensus on that?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have Section 2. And that would be Article 4, the elections, and that's just terms of office, so it's just 2 years. We have a consensus on that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Article 5, Board of Directors, Section 2. Do we have consensus on that one? That is for the composition of the Board of Directors?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Good read.
Section 6 is Article 7, which is the nominating committee. Do we have consensus on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, item 7, Article 8, which is divisions of officers. Do we have a consensus on that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, item 8, Article 9, Resolution Section 2, what was rewritten. Do we have a consensus on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then Article 9, Section 11, which is miscellaneous, which is declared emergencies. Is there a consensus for adoption of that?
Yes.
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 Okay. Then we just have the one amendment, which is the proposal for the very last one, is the only one that's actually a proposal, which is the school bus funding grants. It's for school, yeah. That one, I reread it. What there is, it's an unfunded mandate, meaning by July 1st of 2031, all school buses must have the 3-point harness seat belt.
And this just gives a way for some school districts to find some additional funding, and maybe for some school district that would be greatly impacted by this, maybe they can change the timing for that to help them out. That's what it's for. Is there consensus on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. That's all that we have
We got
there.
item 10
And
as
then,
well, so I'm just going around for some.
Oh, yeah.
Did we get item 10?
Well, that was just an amendment that we.
Yeah, just the amendment.
That was
That's the amendment for proposals, and then there was a school bus funding. Am I reading
That
that
was
wrong?
school
Yeah, that, we
Yeah,
just
we did that.
approved the school bus funding.
yeah, we did Article 10, that was the one.
And then we hit
The bus
10, so
funding.
we hit them all.
Okay.
We got them all. Now, do we need to do that?
Because item 10 was the amendment, so we.
Yeah,
See, that's
good
okay,
then,
so
I
the
guess.
proposals.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
Are there any more comments and anything else? All right. Okay, we don't have anything closed.
Oh, it's going to bring Storm back up.
No.
I'm gonna play with my own dog.
Okay, a motion and a second to.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You guys have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
We're getting better at these meetings.